Guys, after 7 years, CM Punk finally wrestled. Bryan Danielson makes his debut, and at the same time, Adam Cole makes his debut, guys. Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson make the debut. What the fuck? This show had to be the fucking greatest show. Well, is it the best show of 2021? I mean, history was made today, I can say that. This is your all-out review and results for AEW review and results. This is all out, guys. 2021. 2021 is a big year for wrestling fans, for sports entertainment fans. Anyway, guys, make sure to subscribe and like this video. And by the way, this show had a lot to talk about. Let's talk about it. This is your all-out review, blah, blah, blah. I said it 1,000 times. Let's get into this fucking show. Miro defends his fucking title against Eddie Kingston. This was a great match. They were focusing on the neck of Miro. Miro was able to hit a low blow. They did protect Eddie Kingston in this match. Eddie Kingston unfortunately did not win. I would actually, but it was a great match, and they did protect him. So, great match. Good way to start the show. Would it have been a bigger pop if Eddie Kingston won? Well, obviously, yes. But we can't always get what we want. Now, can we? Can we? But that's okay. Jon Moxley versus Shuchowski Kotima. I am butchering this guy's name, and I feel so bad. Anyway, this match was okay. I'm glad it was in the beginning of the match, beginning of the show. Jon Moxley wins. Okay. And then we get a legend, a New Japan legend. I cannot say. I'm gonna butcher this guy's name. Hardcore. So I'm not even gonna say. Shuku. Fuck it. Fuck it. Anyway, we get a women's match. Now, this match was good also. Baker defends her title against Chris Nightlander. This match was good. Breaker wins. I don't know why I'm butchering this girl's name so much. I said it last week. I said it perfectly. Breaker wins. This was a good match. Good women's match. They started to build it up at the very end, and you think Chris Nightlander was gonna win, but she didn't. But that's okay. Great little match. Shachi taps out. That was good. This is a pretty good. This was pretty good. So this match was pretty good also. It was a steel cage match. The Young Bucks defend their tag team titles against the Lucha Bros. The Lucha Bros are your new tag team champions. Anyway, in this match, there was a lot of spots, a lot of close finishes. The one moment in the match, the Young Bucks actually started to tail up the mask of the Lucha Brothers. There was of course, super kicks all over the place. A cross body on the top of the cage. We actually get a spot where one of the Young Bucks actually has they put on a shoe that has thumbtacks in it, and everybody was starting to bleed everywhere. This match went on for like 30 minutes. It was crazy. And then at the very end, they started celebrating. This match was fucking crazy, and I enjoyed it. And I recommend watching this match because there's like two halves. There's like a two-half story in this match. New AEW Tag Team Champions. It's about time. We need something different. And you actually think maybe at 8 now at the main event, maybe Christian will win, but hey, that's okay. Pentagon was celebrating with his kids as he was bleeding. That was funny shit. Really fucking good match. I don't know what the fuck I gotta tell you on that one. Brett Breaker was also good. We also get to know who's gonna be Ruby Soho. Women's Casino Battle Royale winner gets a shot at the title. Ruby Soho. Now I'm not gonna tell you who everybody that was in this match because that's too much. But all you do need to know is that Ruby Soho did make her entrance, did make her debut. Ruby Soho. It was the final two. It was Thunder Rosa and Ruby Soho, aka Ruby Riott. Ruby Soho wins. This was entertaining as hell. The crowd was behind her. They knew who she was. I mean, granted, it was a Chicago crowd, but still great. It was still great. I enjoyed it. I don't know what else you want me to say about it. It was a Casino Battle Royale match. It was different, obviously, from WWE, where you have 5 people. I think it's like 5 every 2 minutes come out. So, yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was interesting. So, let's move on. MJF versus Chris Jericho. If MJF loses, if Jericho loses, his AEW career is over. So we actually start off with the countdown of, like, from WWE, Chris Jericho, but it turns out that it's actually MJF. MJF is a really great heel. We actually seen MJF do a moonsault outside of the ring. That was crazy. So, there's 2 halves to this match. So, we're in the moment of the match. MJF hits him with the bat, hits Chris Jericho with the bat, and then hits a Judas effect. And the referee counts to 3, and I'm like, what the fuck? Really? But, good news for us. Chris Jericho had his leg on the rope, but then another referee was seeing it. I don't know if this counts. I don't know how that works, but okay, let's just go with it. So our referee was seeing it, and then they restarted the match. Then Chris Jericho picks up the win. I was celebrating, and for some odd reason, a little part of me cried. Good part of me cried. You know what was also weird? When Ruby Soho won, I was actually crying also. I was actually celebrating. I know that sounds weird, but hey, let's just go with it. So we get the anticipating match. I'm happy this match was not the main event, but it was close to the main event. And you know what? I'm happy the fans didn't hijack the show. And I'm happy they did not say yes to everything. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Wouldn't that be annoying? I mean, granted, at least we know who he is. CM Punk versus Darby Allin. I'm a huge fan of Darby Allin, and I like CM Punk. So, this match was awesome. CM Punk was obviously on his game. This match is a typical wrestling match. But it is pay-per-view quality-ish. I don't know if this... So, like, for example, this would be like a... not a WrestleMania, but a SummerSlam or like a B-level pay-per-view. I actually thought CM Punk was going to pull the whole Hulk Hogan thing, where, you know, he's just a Hulk Hogan. He didn't. CM Punk definitely took bumps. CM Punk did defeat him. Darby Allin just throws his body around like it's nothing. Like, he's just throwing his body all over the place. It was fucking crazy. I was like, what the fuck? CM Punk actually took these bumps for him. CM Punk didn't have too much of a trouble picking up Darby Allin. He shouldn't. CM Punk, you can tell, was... Okay, he's obviously not that bad. Not bad for 7 years. Yeah. Pretty good. This was a test water situation. Obviously they were chanting for Darby Allin and CM Punk, so that's great. That was the match. Good match. I'm glad it's on the main event. It could have been, but, I mean, okay. So we get Paul White, aka The Big Show, versus QT Marshall. I like QT Marshall, but okay. Paul White. I don't want to be this guy. I don't want to be a dick, but he's gained a lot of weight. Now, I know he hasn't wrestled in like a long ass time. Listen, it happens, but I remember he used to be a little bit more skinny, more in shape. This was bad. The match was the weakest match. It was kind of a cool down match, but what else can you do with this match? I don't know why they put this match on there, but hey, cool. There's nothing. Paul White wins. It is what it is. There's nothing that we can do about it. There's nothing that we can do about it, guys. So yeah. Okay. Kenny Omega defends his championship against Christian Cage. This match was good. Couple spots. We saw a avalanche, one angel, one winged angel. That ended the match. After that, Kenny Omega does his own thing. Then we get Adam Cole. Of course, he turns into a heel. But this makes sense because it would be weird for him to be facing... Now, I think what's going to happen is that I could see this turning into where Kenny Omega and Adam Cole have an ascension later on in the future where they fight, and then that creates a feud. You can even have it where maybe... I don't know. You can have it like that, but anyway. Okay. Then he says, Kenny Omega says, well, now we're going to send the fans happy. And then the beginning of the music starts off just like the WWE. They did not get Final Countdown, but that's a big sound. That's a big song. But what they did get, and this was interesting, they got a little bit. It's like a remix of Daniel Bryan's theme song from WWE. More hip hop. I don't fucking know. More rappy. He comes out. The fans are going insane, chanting yes. I guess he could. Can he? I guess he can still use that gimmick. I guess he can still use the yes gimmick. I mean, fans chant it. I don't think WWE owns that. Anyway, he comes out. He had a haircut. Yeah. 2 weeks later, we get Bryan Danielson. That's his actual name, I think. Pretty big. AEW ring in the main event, basically. Ending off the show. That was crazy. Now, this is a big show. I'm happy that the fans were basically into every match. Besides the entrance of Chris Jericho, that was just weird. They didn't really went with it. I don't know if that's because they were confused or they don't know what to do. But anyway, that was the show. I enjoyed it. I'm BD Skeleton. The show gets a... Fuck it. 8 out of 10. I might even say 8.5 out of 10. It was a pretty good show. Tell me down below what you thought about the show. What you thought about Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson, and Ruby Soho making their debut. Tell me down below what you guys thought. Subscribe and like this video. And see you guys tomorrow. Bye.